Hey, Jacob. Where are you right now? Jacob, answer me.
Huh? Ellie? What's going on?
What do you mean, what's going on? Do you even know what time it is?
Oh no. It's already 8 in the morning.
Where are you right now? I've called you so many times since last night, but you never answered. And you didn't respond on WhatsApp either. When are you coming home?
Sorry. I passed out at a friend's place.
How much did you drink? I was really worried about you, you know. So, whose place were you at?
Michael's. You know him too, right?
If you went to Michael's place, you could have just come home. Our place isn't that far, is it?
Well, looks like I passed out at the bar. Michael was the one who got me a cab and took me home. The reunion was way more fun than I expected. I just kept drinking without realizing it.
I was really worried, thinking you might have gotten into an accident or something. Don't drink until you're unreachable.
Sorry. But I didn't think it'd get that wild. Michael wouldn't let go of the mic at karaoke, and I hadn't laughed that hard in a long time.
So in the end, you partied all night without even sending a message and didn't come home.
Yeah, my bad. But Michael kept saying just one more drink, and I thought, why not?
So you ended up taking a cab home. But seriously, you need to stop drinking so much. What would you do if something happened?
Don't worry so much.
What if you were wandering around drunk and got into an accident?
Come on, I never get into accidents. I've got good luck.
It's not about luck. I need you to take responsibility for yourself. If this keeps happening, it's exhausting for me, you know?
Yeah, I got it. I'll be careful next time.
You better. So when are you coming home today?
Well, I'll skip breakfast and take a nap before heading to work.
Work? It's Saturday, you know.
Oh, right. But I got called in because of some trouble.
What kind of trouble?
Oh, you know, the client's system suddenly went down. Even though it's my day off, I've got to handle it as a priority case.
System down? Do you even work in IT?
Well, not usually, but they asked me to help out this time. People always end up relying on me somehow.
Really? So what kind of system went down?
I think it was their inventory management system. They've got a big business partner, and it sounds like they need to process a ton of orders by the end of the month. And apparently, the system just stopped working out of nowhere.
I see.
It's not even my department, but everyone was saying that if I showed up, I could fix it.
Are you sure this is something that only you can handle?
Wait, are you doubting me, Ellie?
It just sounds a little strange to me.
What does?
I mean, if you knew you had to deal with a system issue, why would you get so drunk with your friends the night before?
It's not like I had a choice. The office only called me last night. I was planning to head home early, but the reunion was way more fun than I expected. So honestly, I'm glad you woke me up with your message on WhatsApp. Thanks to you, I'll probably make it on time.
Glad to hear that.
Anyway, I'll head straight home once I'm done with work. I'll be back by evening.
I see. I was hoping we could go shopping together since it's been a while.
Ah, sorry. I'll make sure we go next week.
You promise, right? I'll make something good for dinner to help with your hangover. Good luck with work. Jacob, are you working late again today?
Oh shoot, sorry. I forgot to text you again.
Come on. If you're going to be late, at least let me know. I've been waiting with dinner ready, you know.
My bad. I've got overtime again tonight, so just go ahead and eat without me.
You've been working overtime every day this week, right? Isn't that a bit too much?
It's not like I can do anything about it. If you have complaints, take them up with the company.
I'm just worried about you.
I'm fine, really.
But working late every night? Are you even getting any rest?
Well, it's been crazy busy lately. We've had one new project after another. Because of that, the client keeps bombarding us with questions nonstop. And this client is super picky, asking for updates over the smallest things.
Do you have to handle all of that yourself?
Yeah, it's my account, so I've got no choice. Every night, I'm stuck revising reports and presentation materials. On top of that, I need to coordinate with other departments to keep things moving. Honestly, without me, they wouldn't even know what to do.
Really? But staying this late every day can't be good for you. You should take some time to rest.
Yeah, I know. But right now, work has to come first. If I take a break, it'll just mess things up for everyone else. Just last week, I thought I'd finally wrapped up a high-priority client issue. And then, my manager dumped a new task on me. Honestly, everyone's exhausted, not just me. But there's still so much to do, and it feels like it's never going to end.
Can't you just inform the company that you're at your limit?
I wish I could, but saying that would make them lose trust in me, and it'd hurt my chances of getting promoted, right? My boss always tells me I'm the only one he can count on. It's kind of wild, but he really trusts me.
I see, but I'm really worried about you, Jacob.
I told you I'm fine. I make sure to sleep when work is done, and I'm eating properly too.
Hey, Jacob, this really is all about work, right?
What else could it be about?
It's just that every single day...
Are you seriously thinking I'm cheating on you?
You're always on your phone, even when you're home. Are you hiding something from me?
Gosh, I'm checking work stuff. These days, all the work communication happens on my phone. Of course I'm going to be on it a lot. Man, Ellie, you've gotten annoying since we got married.
What?
Before we got married, you never made a big deal about me coming home late sometimes. But ever since we tied the knot, you've gotten so suspicious.
It's not suspicion. It's just that I care about you.
Come on, you're obviously doubting me. I've been working late every day, giving it my all, and now you're accusing me of cheating? I can't deal with this.
You don't have to say it like that.
Do you really think I'd have the time or energy to cheat with how busy I am? I've barely got time to sleep as it is. If I were going to cheat, I'd do it when I had more free time.
But Jacob, you're always coming home late, and now you're not even around on weekends. It makes me suspicious.
You know, maybe you're the one acting shady.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're suspicious of me because you've got something to hide.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, sure it is. Honestly, it's probably more likely that you'd cheat than I would. I mean, I'm barely home these days.
I'd never do something like that.
Look, if you're accusing someone, it's because you're thinking about it yourself. But I don't suspect you even when your work gets busy. Cheating isn't even on my radar. But you, it's different. People only suspect cheating if it's something they might do themselves.
I'd never cheat on you.
And now I wouldn't cheat on you either. Don't say things to others that you wouldn't want to hear yourself.
Sorry about that. It's just that I felt something was off with you lately.
If you've got time to worry about that, how about doing more around the house? You always let the laundry pile up, and your cleaning's half-hearted. Coming home to a messy place just makes me feel even more exhausted.
We both work, you know.
Yeah, but you get off work on time every day. If you're really that worried about me, why not start by taking care of things at home? Honey, it's pretty late and you're not home yet.
Jacob, what's going on?
What do you mean? I came home and you weren't there, so I thought I'd text you.
I see. You're home early tonight. Didn't you say you had overtime?
Well, someone kept complaining about me coming home late, so I thought I'd come back early for once. So, where are you?
I was out having dinner with friends. I figured you'd be out until the last bus or coming back in the morning like always.
I see. Friends, huh? I wonder what kind of friends they are.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. It just feels like we're living two separate lives.
That's because you're always coming home late.
No, I felt like something was off between us, even before my work got busy. Maybe we'd be better off living apart.
Are you saying you want a divorce?
I think it would be better for both of us.
Better for both of us? That's not what this is about. You're having an affair with one of your classmates, aren't you?
What are you talking about?
You reconnected with someone at that reunion, right? I know everything, so stop trying to hide it. We're done. I'll give you the divorce you want.
What? You're the one cheating. I've got proof too.
Excuse me?
I know you've been going out with another guy lately. Even tonight you're out with him, right?
It's just a friend.
So even with proof, you're not going to admit it. I've got photos of you going to some guy's place.
I never did anything like that.
Then I'll send those photos to your parents.
It must be a case of mistaken identity.
I've seen the photos myself. There's no way I'd mistake someone else for my own wife.
If you're going to do that, I'll send my proof to your parents too.
Go ahead. We're both cheating anyway. They'll just understand we were a couple that fell out of love from the start.
I hope they do.
So, divorce is final. From now on, I'll be commuting to work from my girlfriend's place. I'll come by on my day off to pick up my things.
Fine. Do whatever you want. I'll have a lawyer present for the divorce discussions, so I'll let you know when everything is ready.
Why do we need a lawyer? If we're both cheating, there's no point in getting lawyers involved.
There are financial matters to settle, and I don't want things to turn into a he said, she said situation later.
Yeah. I'm ready to divorce anytime. Hurry up and get everything in order. As soon as we're divorced, I'm getting remarried to my girlfriend. Ellie, this isn't what we agreed on.
What are you talking about?
The cheating. You weren't actually cheating, were you?
I told you I wasn't. My parents laughed when they saw the proof you sent. I can't believe you mistook a female friend for a guy.
But her hair is short. She's tall and even dresses like a guy.
Yeah, she does have a boyish look and gets mistaken for a guy a lot. She keeps her hair short and the sides shaved. Plus, she's model tall, probably around 5'10" or 5'11". Her style is mostly masculine too. She wears pantsuits all the time, so it's understandable you thought she was a guy at first glance.
Come on, anyone would think that was a guy. And you two looked way too close. Plus, you were going to her place all the time.
Yeah, we've always been close. I'd see her several times a week, and she'd come over often too.
Wait, are you saying you two had that kind of relationship?
What are you talking about? We're just friends. And besides, she's married.
What? She's married?
I was going to her place to talk about your cheating. Her husband's a private investigator.
A private investigator?
Yeah, I hired him to investigate your affair.
What? So that's why you knew stuff about where I was?
Exactly. I ran into your classmate Michael by chance a little while ago, and I thanked him for letting you stay over on the night of the reunion. But Michael simply stared at me and mentioned that he wouldn't be able to attend the reunion. That's when I knew something was off.
Damn, he should have just kept his mouth shut.
If you were going to lie to me, you should have covered your tracks better. That whole story about hitting it off with Michael really backfired on you. And the sudden increase in overtime after the reunion, that excuse always seemed fishy. Turns out it was exactly what I suspected. An affair with your classmate Emma. It's so cliché, it's pathetic. Rekindling old flames at the reunion, huh? And having an affair with Emma knowing she's married? Both of you are total fools. From the moment you mentioned the reunion, I thought something was off. You're never that interested in reunions, but suddenly you couldn't wait to go. And you were all dressed up, putting more effort into your appearance than usual. I thought it'd be nice for you to have some fun since it's been a while. But looking back, it was strange.
It wasn't like that. I was just excited to see old friends.
More lies. You were already thinking about Emma, weren't you? You two reconnected at the reunion, reminisced about old times, and the nostalgia brought you closer.
Well, yeah. We did talk a lot since it had been so long, but at first I didn't plan on cheating.
But in the end, you ended up alone with Emma after the reunion, didn't you?
Emma was my high school crush. Back then, I was going to confess my feelings, but she already had a boyfriend. When I told her that at the reunion, she admitted that she had actually been interested in me back in high school too.
That doesn't excuse having an affair now, especially when you're both married.
But Emma said things weren't going well with her husband. I let my guard down and it just happened.
You were just making excuses. In the end, both you and Emma gave in to your own selfish desires.
Ellie, I'm sorry for cheating on you. But could you tell my parents that our marriage was already over?
Why would I do that?
Emma is pregnant.
I know. I found out through the investigation report.
Then you understand how difficult things are going to be, right? We're going to need a lot of money moving forward. And since Emma's parents are gone, she has no one else to rely on. If my parents cut ties with me, it'll cause a lot of problems.
That has nothing to do with me.
I know, but Emma and I both have to pay alimony. We really don't have any money. After the baby is born, I was hoping to rely on my parents for support. I'd like them to accept Emma too if possible. So please, just say that our marriage had already fallen apart. If they believe our relationship was over from the start, they'll be more likely to understand.
This is all your problem, not mine. You jumped to conclusions thinking I was cheating, figuring the alimony would cancel out and you could swagger into divorce. But in reality, you're the only one guilty of infidelity, losing your parents' trust in the process. And now, you're asking me for help because you've got no way out? Did you really think I'd agree to that? Only someone foolish enough to cheat would come up with a plan like this.
Please, I'm begging you. My parents already told me not to contact them anymore because of all this. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm scared for the future.
What if Emma took on a part-time job?
What are you saying? Emma's pregnant.
But wasn't Emma the one who took those fake cheating photos of me? Even while pregnant, she was sneaking around, trying to push you into divorcing me, right? A resourceful pregnant woman like that should be able to handle a job just fine.
What? I had no idea.
Emma was frustrated, wasn't she? She couldn't wait for you to divorce me, So she went behind your back to dig up fake evidence of me cheating. I heard she even started by thoroughly stalking my social media. She kept checking my follower list over and over, trying to figure out who was male and who commented frequently.
Emma did all that?
Exactly. She even figured out when and where I was meeting people. One time, she showed up at the restaurant where I was having dinner with a friend. Then, we headed to my friend's place. She followed us and secretly took photos. Those are the photos you thought were proof of my cheating.
So that's what happened.
And Emma didn't stop there. She kept monitoring my activities. She found out I go to the gym and even staked out the parking lot. She wandered around, thinking I might meet someone there too.
Unbelievable.
She acted like a private investigator, constantly tracking my movements. With that kind of energy, she should have no trouble finding a part-time job.
But she's pregnant. I can't make her work. It's not right.
Is that so? Honestly, with how easily she was running around, you'd think the pregnancy was a lie.
Ellie, I'm really sorry. I admit it's all my fault. I'll pay the alimony, but please, don't take away my parents' trust. If they don't cut ties with me, they'll help pay the alimony in one lump sum. That would benefit you too, right?
Why should I have to clean up your mess after being the one who was cheated on? And trying to manipulate your parents for financial support with such underhanded tactics? You're beyond redemption. I'm going to tell both of our families the truth. This isn't a suggestion, it's final. You can pay the alimony in installments, and I'll make sure your family helps you pay every cent.
Come on. I just want the baby to grow up in a happy environment. Emma doesn't have any family, and the only ones we can rely on are my parents. And I don't want to start this new chapter of our lives in debt.
This is the result of your affair. It's not my job to fix it. A good environment is something you two need to build on your own, after acknowledging the seriousness of what you did, taking full responsibility, and doing it without anyone else's help.
Ellie, I need to talk to you.
What do you want?
I've realized something. You're the only one for me.
What? What are you talking about now? We're getting divorced, aren't we?
No. I want to call off the divorce.
Excuse me?
I'm coming home right now.
What are you even saying? Isn't Emma about to have your baby? And didn't we agree yesterday that you'd pay the alimony by the end of the month and then we'd get divorced?
I want to forget about all of that.
What?
I've realized I can't make it work with Emma. She keeps shopping online even though we need to save money. I get that she needs to prepare for the baby, but there has to be a limit, right? She ordered the most expensive stroller and then kept sending it back saying the design wasn't right. And it's not just baby stuff. She's buying makeup, clothes, and all sorts of things for herself too. The packages arrive every day. So many that the entryway is completely filled with delivery boxes. Whenever I mention to her that she's spending way too much, she fires back, saying she needs to unwind since she's expecting.
Wow, that sounds rough.
And now she's saying we need to move for the baby. Out of nowhere, she's like, this place is too small. We need a bigger home for the baby. And she's been browsing real estate listings nonstop. The properties she's looking at are all luxury condos or big houses. When I mentioned that we can't pay for those places, she broke down in tears and said, if you truly love me, you'll put in more effort for a kid.
Wow, that sounds like a lot to deal with.
It's been really tough. She doesn't do any housework either. I didn't want to push her since she's pregnant, but still, she doesn't lift a finger. I've had to cook and clean everything myself. And when I ask her to help, she yells, "I'm pregnant." And it's worse. She's been violent toward me. When she's in a bad mood, she throws things or grabs me by the arm and pulls. Once, she even threw a pillow at me over something small. Whenever we argue, she goes wild, screaming at me until I'm too afraid to say anything.
Jesus Christ.
And honestly, I don't want to be in a marriage my parents won't support, so I've decided to leave Emma. I'm going to stay married to you, Ellie.
Are you serious?
I am. There's no one better for me than you. You earn more than I do. You take care of the house. You don't spend lavishly, and you always put me first. You don't have a single flaw. Emma's just a lazy, unemployed whiner. I was tricked. She even said her dream is to become a stay-at-home mom and never work again. We still have alimony to pay, and she thinks she can just quit. Can you believe that?
Are you an idiot?
Yeah, I was an idiot. I let things get out of hand after drinking, and it just spiraled from there. I got carried away by the excitement of it all. I really was a fool. I almost lost you, Ellie, over a momentary lapse in judgment.
Not almost. You already lost me. I have no feelings or trust left for you, and I have no intention of starting over.
I don't want a divorce. My parents and siblings disowned me when they found out about all of this. Word spread to my friends too. Even Michael messaged me telling me to never contact him again.
It's obvious. You finally realized the gravity of what you've done.
That's why I have no one but you, Ellie.
No, you don't have me either. This makes no sense at all. You cheated, betrayed your friends, got someone pregnant, accused me, and you're the one who wanted the divorce in the first place. Thinking you could be forgiven is insane.
But deep down, you don't really want a divorce either, right? When you first suspected me of cheating, it was because you were worried about me, wasn't it?
Back then, I still cared about you a little. But now, I've no regrets about choosing divorce. Just pay the alimony and go back to Emma, Daddy.
No, I don't want to live with Emma.
Well, I feel the same way. I don't want to live with you either.
Please.
I can't be with a man tainted by infidelity. On top of that, you'll be drowning in debt from alimony payments. You've been abandoned by your friends and family. You're completely alone. You can't handle housework. Your salary is low. And the moment you thought I was cheating, you were quick to demand a divorce. There's no way I'd ever take you back.
But if you leave me now, I'll have nothing left.
Not my problem, idiot. Cut it out already.
I'm sorry. I swear I'll never cheat again.
And that's why I'm divorcing you. I never want to be cheated on again.
I'll fix everything that's wrong with me, I promise.
You're beyond fixing. It's too late.
I'll do whatever you say from now on.
There's no from now on.
Please, just give me one more chance.
No matter what you do, you're not worth trusting. And what about the child?
I don't want the kid. Emma can raise it.
You're the worst. The absolute worst. Go rot in hell.
Ellie, please, no. Don't abandon me. If you leave me, my life is over. Emma and the kid will drain me dry, and I'll end up stuck in a miserable life.
Then live a miserable life just like you deserve. You made that child. Now take responsibility for it. You don't get to run away now. The only path left for you is to stay with Emma and raise that child.
No. Please, I'm sorry. It's all my fault. Forgive me, please.
I'll never forgive you. And there's no way we'll rebuild anything. Get the divorce done, pay the alimony, and disappear.
Come on. Please, Ellie. If I marry Emma, my life will be ruined.
That's the life you chose, so you'd better face it. You're about to become a father, so pull yourself together. Even after that, Jacob kept pestering me, begging me not to go through with a divorce. But with the help of a lawyer, the divorce was finalized smoothly. It turns out he was desperate to avoid marrying Emma. Instead of going back to her, he stayed in one business hotel after another. Naturally, Emma got furious and stormed into his workplace. In front of his boss and coworkers, she chased him around, throwing office supplies at him and causing such a commotion that security had to get involved. As a result, my husband felt too humiliated to stay at the company and ended up quitting. Now he's living a miserable life, doing all the housework while being berated by Emma, who calls him useless and orders him to get a job. I have no interest in how the two of them live from here on out, but I do hope they raise their child properly, because the child is innocent in all of this. As for me, after the divorce, I moved into an apartment with a great view of the city skyline. Work has been going well, and for now, I plan to enjoy my newfound freedom and single life.